Welcome to the deep dive. We've got some really interesting material to dig into with you today.
Oh.
You sent over an enhanced plot outline for potential Gabby's Dollhouse movie, plus some background info on the show itself.
Yeah, and our mission here, really, is to go a bit deeper than just summarizing the plot points.
Yeah.
We want to unpack the storytelling, look at how the characters grow and what themes are bubbling under the surface.
Okay, so for anyone familiar with Gabby's Dollhouse, you already know Gabby. She's just this incredibly positive, really determined and creative kid, and she absolutely loves cats. Like, really loves them.
Totally. And you can't forget Panty Paws, her stuffed animal best friend who's always right there with her, ready for whatever comes next.
Always. And then the heart of it all, the dollhouse. It's this magical place, right? Home to all her cat friends, the Gabby cats.
Right, you've got Cakey Cat, who's all about sprinkles and baking, Mercat doing her spa science,
Oh, yeah.
DJ Catnip bringing the music, Kitty Fairy taking care of the garden. They each have their own little thing, their own special skills.
Exactly. And Gabby's got this unique ability thanks to her magic cat ear headband. She can actually shrink down.
Time to get tiny.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just pop right into the dollhouse world. It's pretty amazing.
So the movie plot, it kicks off with something pretty exciting. Grandma Gigi.
Who's voiced by Gloria Estefan, which is cool.
Yeah, that's great casting. She announces a road trip. They're going to San Francisco.
San Francisco, love it. And Gabby naturally decides to bring the most important thing she owns.
The dollhouse. Which, taking something that magical out into the big wide world,
Yeah.
you just know something's going to happen.
Right. And it does. Amidst all the excitement of this cat-themed city, the dollhouse, it gets lost. Or rather, taken.
Ah, yeah. This is where Vera comes in, voiced by Kristen Wiig, another great choice. She's described as this eccentric cat lady, and the outline says she has this intense, almost overwhelming fascination with the dollhouse. She sees it, sees her chance, and, well, she snatches it.
And boom, there's our main conflict. Gabby needs to get the dollhouse back, but more than that, she has to rescue her friends, the Gabby cats, who are all trapped inside.
Yeah, the stakes are immediately personal and magical. Grandma Gigi is there, of course, offering support on the, human level.
Right.
But Gabby gets that this isn't just a lost toy situation. It's magic. Her friends are in real trouble in that magical space, and she's the only one who can really operate in that world to save them.
So, showing that determination we talked about, Gabby actually manages to track Vera down, finds her house, this big kind of imposing mansion on the edge of San Francisco.
And the description is great. It's packed with cat collectibles, but it also feels a bit dusty, neglected maybe, hinting that Vera's pretty isolated.
Exactly. And that's Gabby's cue. She knows what she has to do.
Time to get tiny.
You got it. She uses the shrinking magic to sneak into the mansion. Rescue mission is officially on.
Okay, let's pause here for a sec, because the way Vera is introduced is really interesting. She's not just like a simple villain. Right?
No, not at all.
The outline immediately sets her up as, well, almost a mirror image of Gabby, but distorted, like a foil.
Explain that a bit, the foil idea.
Sure. So a foil character is basically someone whose traits contrast with the main characters, and in doing so, they actually highlight the main character's qualities more clearly. Think light and shadow.
Gotcha. So Vera highlights Gabby's strengths by being different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or maybe showing a different path Gabby could take. They both share this intense love for cats, right? And they both have these central cat companions. Gabby has Pandy.
Her best friend, yeah?
And Vera has a real cat. Both seem to engage with their cat worlds in a pretty solitary way initially.
And this is the key difference. The outline points out how they engage is totally different. Gabby's love fuels imagination, play, connection with the Gabby cats.
Whereas Vera's passion seems to have curdled into possessiveness, collection. It's led her to be really isolated.
Right. So let's look at those contrasts highlighted by them being foils. You mentioned the companions. Pandy is all about interaction, shared adventure. Vera's real cat, well, it's probably just a cat, more independent, maybe reflecting her own solitude.
And their social lives. Gabby has Grandma Gigi. She has the interactions within the dollhouse. Vera seems alone, cut off.
Then there's their relationship with objects. For Gabby, the dollhouse stuff is dynamic. It sparks creativity. For Vera, her collection sounds more static. Things to own, maybe look at, but not really engage with in the same imaginative way.
Yeah, and maybe the biggest thing is imagination itself. Gabby uses hers for adventures, solving problems. Vera's seems more focused on, what? Trying to recapture something lost, holding on to the past.
It sets up a really interesting dynamic right from the start. So Gabby shrinks down. gets into Vera's mansion.
And what she finds inside really hammers home that contrast. The outline says it's full of cat stuff, tons of it, but the vibe is just still, lifeless almost, compared to the energy of her own dollhouse.
Meanwhile, the Gabby cats, they're not just sitting ducks inside the stolen dollhouse. They're actually trying to help.
Yeah, I loved that detail. They're using their unique skills, Mercat's spa science, DJ Catnip's music.
Baby Box is inventing things. Kitty Fairy's using her garden smarts.
It shows their agency. They're part of the solution, not just damsels or cats in distress.
Definitely. But as Gabby moves through the mansion, maybe seeing Vera interact with the dollhouse, like talking at it, not with it, something starts to shift inside Gabby.
Ah, the internal crisis.
Yeah. She sees Vera and suddenly has this terrifying thought. Is this me? Is this what happens if I love my cats and my dollhouse too much? This fear that her passion could actually lead her down the same lonely path.
Oof. That's heavy for a kid's movie, but really compelling. It raises the stakes from just get the toy back to who am I becoming?
Totally. And it hits her hard. So hard, in fact, that she actually starts to give up hope. She even says to the Gabby cats, maybe Vera should keep the dollhouse. Yeah. She starts questioning everything, wondering if this intense focus on her magical world is stopping her from having, quote, normal friendships.
Wow. Okay. And you can imagine how the Gabby cats would react to that. They rely on her positivity, her belief.
Exactly. They feel totally let down. And Pandy Paws, her best friend, he takes it the hardest. He sees it as a betrayal.
Understandably.
He basically says, our friendship is over, and declares he's going to lead his own escape attempt. It's a real rock-bottom moment for Gabby. She's pushed away her closest friends.
But sometimes you need that low point for things to turn around, right? And this despair actually sets up the big midpoint reveal.
It does. Because either during Pandy's escape attempt, or maybe just as Vera is examining the dollhouse more closely, the truth comes out.
What is it?
Vera confronts the cats. Maybe Gabby is hiding and overhears and reveals the dollhouse was hers when she was a kid.
No way.
Yes. She calls them the Vera cats. And she has proof, old drawings, a photo of herself as a little girl playing with figures that look just like them.
Wow, okay, that changes everything.
Right. Suddenly her actions aren't just random theft.
No, it's rooted in loss. The outline says her magic faded as she got older, and seeing it alive and well with Gabby just reignited this desperate need to get it back. She even accuses Gabby of taking it for granted.
It makes Vera so much more tragic, doesn't it? And that foil connection gets even deeper. Vera isn't just a potential future Gabby could become.
She's like a ghost of Gabby past, someone whose magic did fade, which must make Gabby's fear even more intense.
You'd think so, but seeing Vera's vulnerability and also seeing Pandy's loyalty, even when he's mad at her, it flips a switch in Gabby.
Oh, okay.
She realizes the real danger wasn't the magic or her love for it. The danger was the imbalance, the isolation, cutting off connections out of fear. That was the mistake.
So she finds a resolve again.
Big time.
Yeah.
She decides she needs to confront Vera directly. And somehow, in the middle of this confrontation, maybe as Gabby uses her shrinking magic again, Vera gets accidentally caught in the beam.
Pulled into the dollhouse.
Pulled into the dollhouse.
Okay, now we're talking climax. Inside the world that holds all this history for Vera.
Exactly. And Vera tries to take charge, These are the Vera cats. Obey me. Based on her past ownership.
But Gabby's learned her lesson. It's not about ownership, it's about partnership.
Precisely. She works with the Gabby cats, using all their combined skills to counter Vera's attempts to control everything. And Pandy, seeing Gabby back to her true self, jumps back in to help her.
Love that. Pandy's return.
But all this magical conflict, Vera's old connection, Gabby's current magic, the cat's energy, it starts messing with the dollhouse itself. The world becomes unstable.
Uh-oh. Like glitching out?
Yeah, flickering rooms, weird gravity, the works. It gets dangerous. And this forces Gabby and Vera into an unlikely alliance.
They have to cooperate.
They have to survive. Vera has that old knowledge of how the dollhouse used to work.
And Gabby has the current connection, the living magic.
They need both to stabilize things.
And working together, they manage it.
They do. They save the dollhouse world. And in doing that, Vera has this moment of clarity. She's experienced the magic again, properly, and seen Gabby's genuine bond with the cats.
And realizes connection beats possession.
Exactly. She sees her isolation came from clinging, not sharing. And Gabby learns her lesson too. Her passions are fine, great even, as long as she shares them.
So apologies are made.
Sincere apology from Vera. She willingly gives the dollhouse back. Then, back in the real world, Gabby and Pandy make up properly. And the Gabby cats even offer Vera a kind of tentative friendship. We see Vera taking steps, maybe volunteering at a cat shelter, starting to reconnect.
Nice. And Gabby.
She actively works on making new human friends, too, applying that lesson about connection.
Which leads to that final scene the outline describes, the future forward bit.
Yeah, it sounds lovely. Gabby invites a new human friend over, and then she asks her if she wants to get tiny.
Oh, wow. She's sharing the actual magic now.
Looks like it. They hold hands, shrink down together, and enter the dollhouse, where the Gabby cats welcome them both.
That's a perfect ending. It really drives home the theme, sharing your world, broadening connections.
And, from a series perspective, it cleverly opens the door for maybe having another human kid interact with the dollhouse world down the line.
Smart. Yeah, this whole enhanced outline, it really digs deeper, doesn't it? That foil dynamic between Gabby and Vera adds so much texture.
It does. It takes the familiar elements and builds this really cohesive story with genuine character arcs and real emotional weight.
So maybe something for you, the listener, to think about. How do you balance your own passions, the things you love intensely, with staying connected to the people around you? Is it possible for a really strong interest to maybe unintentionally lead towards isolation sometimes?
Yeah, and perhaps think about a time when learning someone's backstory, like we did with Vera, completely changed how you viewed their actions. Something to mull over.